Hello and welcome. I have simulated an NFL draft class with you in it with the help of Madden 26. Every starting quarterback has gone on strike for the 2026 NFL season, and now NFL teams will have to work with their current backup or draft a rookie in the upcoming draft class. This is a deep quarterback class that will introduce several starting quarterbacks in the upcoming season. 16 different quarterbacks are expected to be drafted. Let's see where their new homes will be. With the number 7 pick, the Green Bay Packers select Carson. Carson is viewed as a prototype at the quarterback position. In his last season, Carson missed out on being a Heisman finalist, but made up for it by reaching the national championship game. Early on, Carson became a controversial figure because he was given Aaron Rodgers' old number. This controversy went away really early when Carson played some good football. As a rookie, Carson threw for 37 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. This helped the Packers finish first in the NFC North. In games that Carson started, he went 10-4.
First and 10. That's good for a Green Bay Packer. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And the Lions into a nickel set for third down.
Once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This season.
With the number 9 pick, the New York Jets select Dillon Johnson. Wait, Dillon is not in the fantasy league. Why is he here? What is he doing here? I don't care, it's my video. Dillon is a dual threat quarterback known for his scrambling ability. He seems to never get tired, which irritates defenders. Dillon has similar tendencies to former Jets quarterback Justin Fields, making him a natural fit for this offense. Dillon's scrambling ability helped him out throughout the season. He led the league in quarterback rushing yards with 504, 68 of those yards coming from his very first play in the NFL. As a passer, Dillon was efficient with 3,793 passing yards, 33 passing touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. However, the Jets finished with a disappointing 7-10 record.
And he will be stopped now. For this third down. It's caught by Olsen.
With the number 10 pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select Nate Johnson. Nate is one of the hardest quarterbacks to take down. As a runner, he is powerful like Derrick Henry, but as a passer, he can launch the ball downfield as well as any of these prospects. It's no wonder why the Chiefs wanted him. Andy Reid is looking for Nate to fill the void left by Patrick Mahomes. That is a tough act to follow, but Nate seemed to do all right. Nate finished with 4,395 yards and a rookie record 40 passing touchdowns. Many coaches around the league are panicked that the Chiefs replaced Patrick Mahomes with another Mahomes-level quarterback. The Chiefs finished with the number 2 seed and an 11-5 record.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Out left, Worthy makes the grab. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Xavier Worthy.
With the number 15 pick, the Buffalo Bills select Nick Brewer. Nick has what you look for in an NFL quarterback. He has size, speed, quickness, and strength. He's a little raw, but his athleticism and tools are more than enough for a coach to take a chance on him. The Bills saw similarities between Nick and a young Josh Allen. Early on, Nick has shown potential to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. This was evident in his Week 1 comeback victory. In his rookie season, he threw 29 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. Nick also showed mobility with 3 rushing touchdowns and just under 400 yards.
Try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. 2nd and 3.
Number 4, James Cook, the ball carrier.
From the 37. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Again, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he gets They can likely win it on the extra point now.
With the number 18 pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Nick Olsen. Nick has had an excellent season at Michigan. He brought them to the playoffs with a 10-2 record and prevented Carson from getting the Heisman and prevented Ohio State from getting the number 1 seed. Nick had both ups and downs in his rookie season. As far as ups go, he won the starting job as a rookie. But as for downs, he missed 7 games with a dislocated ankle. During that time, backup Kenny Pickett outperformed Nick. Some question if Nick will be able to keep his job in year 2. Nick finished the season with 1,775 yards, 11 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and a 4-6 record.
Now back to throw. And he's into the end zone. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to throw.
With the number 28 pick, the Denver Broncos select Nate Howe. Nate led NDSU to another national championship. Nate also has one of the strongest arms in the class, drawing comparisons to former NDSU quarterbacks Carson Wentz and Trey Lance. Nate had a rough first game of the season. Nate's lack of mobility and refusal to throw the checkdown led to many sacks. But as the season progressed, Nate put it together. He finished the season with 3,568 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. However, it was not enough to make the playoffs.
Throwing it to start this drive.
Played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
We're trying to set this. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
With the number 3 pick in the second round, the Atlanta Falcons select Jake Johnson. Jake was primarily a running quarterback early on in college, but grew to be a true dual-threat quarterback in his last season. Jake had an impressive performance at the NFL Combine, running one of the fastest 40-yard dash times with a 4.4. This helped Jake get drafted in the high second round. Jake lacks polish, but could develop into a very good quarterback. In Atlanta, the development has been quick. In his rookie season, Jake passed for 29 touchdowns and ran for 4 more. However, it was not enough for the Falcons to make the playoffs.
Dropping back to throw. He's going to tuck it in a row.
And it's 3rd down. A gain of 12. First down, Atlanta.
Has him on the quick hitter.
5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Desperation time here.
With the number 22 pick in the second round, the Cincinnati Bengals select Alec Henriksen. Alec's strength is his intellectual ability and how he prepares. Alec is like Batman in the way that he is able to excel when given enough prep time. In college, Alec was undefeated in games occurring directly after a bye week. With the Bengals, Alec will be put in a good position. Alec gets the luxury of throwing to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Unfortunately, unless Alec can also play defense, it might not mean much. This Bengals team with Alec felt a lot like the Bengals team with Joe Burrow. Despite leading the league with 4,751 passing yards, the Bengals finished with a 9-8 record and missed the playoffs. Alec also passed for 34 touchdowns and 15 interceptions.
Taking it on his own, but not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now,
good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
With the number 30 pick in the second round, the Carolina Panthers select Kevin Lick. Kevin had 3 different plays make the end-of-season top 10 playlist. While these plays included a high amount of luck, it did help Kevin become a fan favorite. As a kid, Kevin's favorite team was the Carolina Panthers. Kevin is now thrilled to get to play for his favorite team. At least, that's what he was thinking going into it. After only a few games, Kevin realized why Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield struggled on the Panthers. Kevin finished with a little under 3,000 passing yards, 21 passing touchdowns, and 16 interceptions.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They've had all the answers so far.
With the number 14 pick in the third round, the Minnesota Vikings select John Gray. John is a controversial prospect. Some call him one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the class, and others call him a checkdown merchant. As a hardcore Packers fan, it is hilarious that John was drafted by the Minnesota Vikings. To make things even funnier, John was in a quarterback battle with former Gopher Max Brosmer. However, John lost that battle, and he remained the backup for the entire season. With the number 32 pick in the third round, the Baltimore Ravens select Brent Solheid. Brent was the pride of the teal down at Coastal Carolina. He throws one of the prettiest spirals you will see. However, many were surprised to see the Ravens go from Lamar Jackson to a pocket passer in Brent Solheid. The even weirder part, the Ravens tried to use Brent like Lamar. Of all the rookie quarterbacks, Brent had the most rushing attempts. The results are about what you would expect, under 2.5 yards per attempt and 1 touchdown. Brent was much better as a passer. He finished the season with 16 touchdowns and 12 interceptions.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
With the number 24 pick in the fourth round, the Tennessee Titans select Jack Slatton. Jack is primarily a running quarterback. Some scouts question if his game will translate to the NFL level. Jack ran a 4.4 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine, helping him get drafted despite his questionable passing ability. Many scouts insisted that Jack played defensive back, but Jack decided to stick with quarterback. In his rookie season, we did not get to find out how well Jack developed as a quarterback because he sat on the bench the whole season as a backup. With the number 26 pick in the NFL draft, the Detroit Lions select Michael Solheid. With Bill Belichick coaching Michael at North Carolina, some believe Michael will have a similar career to Tom Brady. Like Brady, Michael spent his rookie season on the bench. Time will tell how he progresses. Brian Griffiths went undrafted, but the Jacksonville Jaguars picked him up. Brian went under the radar at Boston College. His offensive coordinator says his ability to spot trends in advanced statistics greatly helped when game planning. Brian is viewed as an ideal player to have in team meetings and can step in and manage a game when needed. In his rookie season, Brian was on the Jaguars' practice squad. He was voted the scout team MVP by his coaches. Sam Lee went undrafted in the NFL draft, but was picked up by the Dallas Cowboys as an undrafted free agent. Sam is an under-the-radar prospect. He helped Rice win Conference USA last season. He was also responsible for 2 scorigamis in his career. While that is cool, it didn't translate to draft success or playtime. Sam remained a backup for the whole season. Jake Weinhauser went undrafted in the NFL draft. The Buffalo Bills picked him up as an undrafted free agent, though. While at the University of Central Florida, Jake went to Disney World 169 times. This led many to question his dedication to football. This was his downfall in the draft process. Jake ended up on the same team as Nick Brewer, giving him little chance of seeing the field. This was the best rookie quarterback class in league history. In the postseason, this showed with both playoff success and end of the season awards. Carson, Alec, and Nate Johnson were all selected to the Pro Bowl. Carson was selected as the best NFC quarterback, and Nate Johnson stockpiled many awards, including AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year, AFC Offensive Player of the Year, AFC Best Quarterback, but the most important award Nate won was the NFL MVP award. In the playoffs, 3 starting quarterbacks were rookies. This group includes Carson, Nate Johnson, and Nick Brewer. All 3 of the quarterbacks won their matchup in the wild card round. Carson's Packers won their matchup in the divisional round, but then the AFC divisional round, Nate's Chiefs played up against Nick's Bills. Both quarterbacks played great, but Nick had an all-time performance, finishing with 4 passing touchdowns and only 2 incomplete passes. Carson's Packers lost in the NFC Championship game to the Eagles, and Nick's Bills won their matchup to play the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
As it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Now a play fake here on first down.
The Bills, first down.
They go play action here on first down.
So you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest. You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff.
And this is pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game.
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
A go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 5-yard
And goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught by Kincaid.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear. And they were.
Congratulations, Nick, on leading the Buffalo Bills to the Super Bowl. Wait, Jake is on this team too. Well, Jake, if you can't win a fantasy championship in fantasy football, at least you can win a fantasy championship in Madden.